Dear Maria, the Committee of Admissions has reviewed its final decisions meeting, and I'm sorry to inform you that we were not able to offer you admissions to the class of 2021. Imagine reading this email 17 different times. Yes, I applied to that many colleges. I still feel crushed when I hear these solar rejections. I'll never forget the day I got my last decision letter. It was the 5th of April, 2021, and I had spent the whole night crying alone in my bed. I had never felt so lost and so disappointed at myself. I thought I had everything figured out. I will be honest with you. I was never the girl with the perfect grades, but I was always the girl that wanted to be perfect at everything else. 10 years of piano lessons, 13 years of dancing, a member of the Beirut Biomimics, a member of my school's astronomy club, a scout chief, an intern at Born Global, a model United Nations delegate. This is how I was marketing myself to high-ranked American institutions. And in only 1 month after hearing all of these rejections, I was able to undervalue all of my work and accomplishments. I didn't see myself as the ambitious girl my friends knew. I started seeing myself as the failure who's staying in Lebanon. Who would have thought? This is what everyone told me. People used to come and ask me, "So Maria, when are you leaving? When are you going to the States? What university are you going to?" And I used to come up with different excuses every single time. I was just that embarrassed to tell people that I got rejected from 17 universities. Who would have thought? Who would have thought I would end up in Lebanon studying at AUB? Who would have thought? Certainly not me. I spent the last month of my summer saying goodbye to my friends. Everyone talks about how hard it is to leave Lebanon, to leave your country, to leave your home, to leave your friends and family, to leave your comfort zone. But no one talks about how hard it is to stay in Lebanon and see everyone leave, to see your friends leaving, starting their own journey, becoming independent. I used to crave this independence, to become like them, to be able to leave and start my own life, the life I wanted, the dream American college life. No one talks about how hard it is to see everyone leave and to see yourself staying here in Lebanon where you always had been. Instead of living in a new room, in a new dorm with a mysterious roommate, I would be living in my room, next to my sister's room, like I always had been. Instead of eating the dining hall horrible food, I would be eating my mom's delicious cooked meal. Instead of starting my own new journey, I would be living the life I had always lived here in Lebanon. I didn't only feel stuck in Lebanon, but I also felt stuck in my old life. I had this constant fear that I wouldn't be able to grow here in Lebanon, that I wouldn't be able to succeed, and that Lebanon gave me everything it could, and that if I wanted to become successful and to grow as a person, I should leave. And this is something I feel everyone here believes, and every teenager now believes. We all link Lebanon to failure, and leaving Lebanon to success. If you want a good education, leave Lebanon. If you want a good career, leave Lebanon. If you want to become successful and have a nice future, leave Lebanon. And this is something I did. I linked failure to Lebanon. But little did I know that staying in Lebanon was the best opportunity I could have ever gotten. After just 2 months of seeing my friends leave, I fell in love with my country, something I thought would never happen. I fell in love with how caring and amazing the people I met at my university campus were. I fell in love with being able to eat Lebanese traditional food at my own university campus. I fell in love with Lebanon's spirit despite everything that is happening. I fell in love with seeing Lebanon's most beautiful sunsets every day when coming back from university. I fell in love with Lebanon, and this was not the most surprising part. The most surprising part was seeing how many opportunities were waiting for me here. Today, I can proudly say that I'm working on some projects that I had always dreamed of working on. I look back at when I thought that staying here in Lebanon meant that I couldn't grow as a person, and think about how naive I was. Because if I didn't stay in Lebanon, I would have never met this version of myself. If I didn't stay in Lebanon, I would have never had the time to focus on myself and work on all these projects that had always been a dream of mine. If I didn't stay in Lebanon, I wouldn't be here today giving you this talk. And if I didn't stay in Lebanon, I wouldn't be able to see these 9 amazing girls doing this TEDx event that has always been a dream of mine. And so, if you ask me about my 17 rejections, I tell you that I don't consider them as 17 rejections anymore. I call them my 17 redirections. 17 redirections that redirected me into the life I was always meant to lead. And so I leave you all today with this perception. How inspiring and exciting would life be if you thought of each rejection as a simple, yet meaningful redirection? Thank you.